Is it on or not? Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the episode number 32 of Inside Indian Football. I hope my voice and video quality is fine for everyone. So once I get the confirmation on that, I will start the processing accordingly. Hello, Amlan bhai. Good evening. Yep, just now I was also waiting for the game to end. Kerala United has defeated Kerala Blaster 1-0 in the first preseason friendly for Blasters. So I think, of course, the preseason game. So I haven't watched full game, so can't say much. But whatever I've seen in bits and pieces, I think it was looking like an even game. So if any Kerala Blaster fans is coming up from that stream to this stream, I think you guys can share your opinion and views that how was the match, and what you guys think about it, and how seriously are you guys taking these preseason results, not performance but result. I think performance will take time to go at the higher level. Yeah. Yep, we will talk about Indian team preparation. We'll talk about friendly against Nepal, AFC Under 23 qualifiers. Then also Durand Cup. I have some details which I need to share. There's some updates about ISL transfers and stuff happening. So lots of stuff going on in Indian football. I think we should start with the good news, which during the week got announced that FSDL has taken rights of all the AFC owned competition in Indian subcontinent for next 4 years, which means now whenever a Indian team, a national team, youth teams, or clubs are active in any final championship in AFC tournament, these games will be live on TV and stream on Geo TV or Hotstar, whatever platform they picked. So that's a good news for Indian football. I think now finally we will come out of those dodgy stream for AFC Under 16 Championship. If India is playing in future, or AFC Under 19 Championship we play in future. So that's a good news. So hopefully that will also help Indian clubs to take these AFC competition more seriously now, because it's on TV. So that will also give their sponsor a promise that they will be get visibility during AFC games also, not just ISL games. So I think that will help, and hopefully now we will see more and more live telecast and broadcast for Indian football, not just for the senior team, national team, clubs, or I think lower division also. We already seen, I think Kerala Blaster did it, pre-season game live stream. So that's good for fans, especially in COVID time, that you have pre-season game live stream on a YouTube channel of a club. I hope other clubs follow the same. Yeah, so talking about Durand Cup, let's get the big stuff out first. It's starting in 5th of September as of now. Officially, I think it's still not officially announced. 16 teams will play into it. We know all about these from many weeks. I have shared these information in every week inside Indian football. I think 4 teams per group. There will be quarterfinals, so 2 teams from each group will qualify for the quarterfinal. As of now, lots of clubs have independently confirmed their participants to the media, but Durand Cup hasn't released any official release. But what we are told, Bangalore Football Club, Indian Navy, Kerala Blaster, Hyderabad FC, Sudeva Delhi, Mohammedan Sporting, FC Bangalore United, Gokulam Kerala FC, FC Goa, Jamshedpur FC, Army Red, of course, Delhi Football Club, Indian Air Force, which is New Delhi, Army Green football team. There is another team from Bangalore which is not confirmed as of now, Assam Rifle Center, and Central Reserve Police Force Football Club. So these are the teams. I think there's still question mark on ATK Mohun Bagan and East Bengal their participant in the tournament, because it's tournament in Kolkata. So I think they want these big two to play. Mohammedan Sporting had confirmed. So I think other ISL team, it looks unlikely because they haven't started the training and all. For example, Mumbai, for example, Chennai, I'm not sure will they participate in not, because either they will send their youth team or something on the last moment. But what I am told, for example, many teams like Kerala Blaster, FC Goa, they're going to bring their whatever the best team is available for them, including foreigners. So I think that applies to other ISL teams also. They are taking Durand Cup more seriously now, comparing to previous time when they just send the youth team, because this is a good opportunity for all the clubs to play good preseason games. And I think if you see Kerala Blaster also, they have scheduled their preseason games accordingly. So hopefully we will have more confirmation on these teams in upcoming days. So that's one thing. I think also Kolkata Football League have started. It's coming on Ajkal on Facebook page. It's a local media news channel, I think. So they are showing the games, decent, good quality live streaming going on. So I think decent game. They are also, I think they are already 3-4 games is happening. And I think Kolkata Football League format have also changed. It's now 2 groups, then there will be quarter-final, semi-final, final. So it's a very small tournament happening, still again East Bengal playing in CFL is also not clear, because as of now East Bengal and Sri Cement hasn't signed that agreement which need to be signed before making the team. संदीप सरकार, मैंने आपका मैसेज देख लिया है. टेक्निकल एनालिसिस थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा, because our studio is getting rebuilt nowadays, so I don't have a place to shoot it properly. But I will talk about AFC Cup here, don't worry. So that is the next topic after Durand Cup and Kolkata Football League. Other than that, the other leagues, I think Goa Pro League we knows will start in October. National team have started their preparation. They played on the first day of the training a friendly game against Indian Football Association 11, which is West Bengal Santosh Trophy team, which India won 1-0. Akash Mishra scored the goal. Very weird, according to, I've shared my feeling about that on my Twitter handle, that it's very awkward to play a friendly game on a first day of a training of a preseason. Hopefully, and what I understand, there were no injuries, no contact injuries during the game, so that's a good news. But I think it's a very weird decision, because usually if you see even Europe also, they have a 10-day or 7-day at least training, then they play their first preseason game. In this case, India or AFF decided to play this game on the first day of a training. Of course, there are some politician involved, because Khela Hoba Divas was there on the 16th of August, and so maybe West Bengal government want to do something related. But I think with the national team, this because we have seen this, I think India was playing Northeast United in a friendly, and our Sandesh Jingan, if I remember correctly, got the ACL injury through that match. So these games can be tricky sometimes. So hopefully now Igor Stimac came after the game and said that he wants to play one more friendly like this, and that's fine. After 6-7 days, when you have a training under your legs, you feel more fitter, then you can of course play these games. But I think it was a very awkward decision to play the game on the very first day of the preseason. I think which according to me was not right. People can agree, can disagree. So that's on national team. They're training in Kolkata. I think they have just living nearby the Salt Lake Stadium, and the training in sort of the campus of the Salt Lake Stadium. They have the training pitches there. So that's on. Now coming to AFC Cup, first game of the AFC Cup, Bangalore FC versus ATK Mohun Bagan. ATK Mohun Bagan comfortably, I will say, won the game, and this is the signal to the ISL teams. I think now the gap is building between those. We haven't seen what Mumbai City will do in the transfer window, but ATK Mohun Bagan is building that gap now between them and between the other teams. You have to see that Tiri will come into this team, Johnny will come into this team, and they will be stronger than what they are when ISL will start. Their preseason have started early. They're playing in AFC Cup games, so that means once the ISL will start, they will have lots of competitive games under their belt. I think now if other teams doesn't catch them, ATK Mohun Bagan is building that gap. What I'm also told, they're already building for the next season also. They're talking to the targets, Indian players, coaches. If Habas leaves after this season, they have already have those targets in their mind for the next season. So I think it's going to be interesting. Other clubs need to make sure that they don't allow them to build gap. So ATK Mohun Bagan looked very dominating, and Hugumo was looking great. Just like every time, I think Roy Krishna scored that goal. Even Subhashish Bose, from whom we haven't seen that attacking output, he scored that goal. So I think they look very strong. Sumit Rathi was playing even without Sandesh Jingan. They have Carl as a makeshift center back. So Terry will come into the team as a center back. Then you get one more foreigner. Johnny can come in midfield, or even Carl can play in midfield. So I think that's going to be a very interesting team. And that's why the title of the thumbnail is that ATK Mohun Bagan now needs to win the AFC Cup for Indian football. The reason I'm saying that our AFC MA ranking has gone down because of the performance in past, national team ranking, there are so many factors. They have to make sure that they do well in this AFC Cup, so that India's Champions League group stage slot doesn't go anywhere else. So I think that's a big challenge. And tomorrow Bangalore FC need to help ATK Mohun Bagan. They're playing Bashundhara Kings, who are kind of a main competitor of ATK Mohun Bagan in this group. And of course ATK Mohun Bagan is playing Mazia Maldives clubs. I think ATK Mohun Bagan will win that match. Then of course they need to defeat Bashundhara King in the last game for them. And I think if you see Bangalore FC playing them tomorrow, so I think it should be the important game for them also, as they lost the first game. So hopefully Bangalore FC will at least get draw from this match, because Bashundhara King is a strong team. They have done well in Bangladesh. They have made squad the team accordingly for this AFC Cup. So I think it's important. But I think whatever, this is just first game of the season, but it looked like ATK Mohun Bagan came with a plan, and that plan worked for them. They had Manveer Singh as a right wing back, or you can say right floating, right wide forward, target man, whatever you can put position wise. David Williams from left, Roy Krishna, evergreen. I think he is his goal machine, and I think Roy Krishna will put one of the best signing in ISL history. Considering his profile was not big as other players coming into the ISL, I think you have to put the Roy Krishna on the top 5 signing of the ISL history. I think you guys can let me know if you guys agree with me or not, but I will put him on the top 5 list. Top 5 foreigners in ISL all time, the kind of impact he have made for ATK Mohun Bagan. He also became first Fiji player to score goal in AFC Cup. So that's, first goal for combined team of Mohun Bagan and ATK. Of course, Mohun Bagan had played in AFC Cup before. So I think they have Roy Krishna, they have David Williams, they have Manveer Singh who can score. They had some like Liston Kalaso coming from bench, So I think the squad look good. Only my worry is, can they get a center back before knockout games start, because they will get an opportunity to register more players. So can they get a center back, Indian center back, before the start of the knockout round? So I think if they can get that center back, I think it will help them on the knockout round, because knockout round will be not that easy. So hopefully, Bashundhara King will have a 5 foreigners. I think they have some players who have taken Bangladesh passport, so I'm not sure. I've not checked more about them. So Anish Rani says Koro is the best signing in ISL history, but Koro hasn't delivered a ISL title for FC Goa. And I'm not saying the best signing. I was saying top 5 signing in ISL history. Roy Krishna should be there. Koro, irrespective of his goals and everything, hasn't delivered that ISL title for FC Goa, which Roy Krishna has done for ATK Mohun Bagan. So I think, of course, Koro is fantastic signing, one of the best player, but top 5 signing, I will put Roy Krishna right there. I'm not sure who is the best signing, so that will be great. So that's about AFC Cup. I think ATK Mohun Bagan looks good. I think Habas knows what he's doing with that squad. Even Sandesh left, so that doesn't change anything for him. So I think it's a great what Habas is doing. And I think ATK Mohun Bagan, what I'm told, they already started building for next season. They're talking about the target for the next season, what kind of players they need for next season. I think other ISL clubs also need to be that advance while planning their season for this season and next season. So that's what and I think the gap will start building. Bangalore FC is not a small club. It's one of the biggest club in Indian football, and we saw the difference between both the clubs. Bangalore, of course, playing with one foreigner, playing with only 3 foreigners. The Asian foreigner was not registered, and it's still not there. So they will play this AFC Cup game with 3 foreigners. And I have said this in past, Bengaluru fans might not like it, but since Bengaluru FC have come in ISL, their performance in AFC Cup or Asian tournaments have gone down drastically, and I don't know why. Because they were used to be a very serious club who used to take AFC competition very seriously. But just you can go and see the history of them since they joined ISL. Their preference and their performance in AFC tournaments have gone down, and we saw that again, Eric Patalo issue, and they haven't got the Asian signing in before time. I'm not sure what was the reason behind that, but again, but considering only one team will go from this group to the knockout round, I think ATK Mohun Bagan need to win tomorrow game and hope that Bengaluru can give them a helping hand, by holding or beating the Basundhara Kings. Because if not, then the last game of the group, I think AFC is also very clever that they made fixtures accordingly that teams who are favorite to go to the knockout round is playing on the last match day. So then last game of that match day will become a knockout final game between kind of a final from South Asia between ATK Mohun Bagan and Basundhara Kings. So let's hope that what Bangalore FC can do against these Basundhara Kings tomorrow. That it's going to be interesting. Now, moving from AFC Cup to the ISL transfer window, straight away Shubham Nayak says Dallin Fox to Goa. Is it happening? So situation of Dallin Fox is very same which I told last week also. Dallin Fox is one of those foreigner in Northeast who has that clause in his contract that it's a 1+1 deal, and that +1 deal mean that he can sign in ISL club with Northeast United only with the whatever wages mentioned on that contract. Now he is talking with FC Goa for sure, but he need to get his release or NOC from Northeast United. As of now, when I checked last, that hasn't happened. So that's one thing. So again, Pereira Diaz situation, I think we reported that he has signed. What I'm told by Hari also is that club was preparing to announce it. Everything was done there also, and ultimately there also player was given responsibility to get his release from his present club. And I think at the last moment, the present club have said no. I think everything was agreed between the player and the club, all the terms and condition. Only thing was remaining was NOC from this present club. So I think these two situations can be similar. So Dallin Fox is talking to Northeast United, FC Goa, but as of now he hasn't got that NOC or release letter from Northeast United. So I think it's close for FC Goa, but ball is in the court of Northeast United. So they have that clause in his contract, so that doesn't, hopefully, I think let's see what happened in that deal, but we can't say it is done deal. Don't you think that ATK Mohun Bagan has a money advantage on their side? Alvin Fernandez. So very honestly, I was discussing this with some of my sources. Yes, ATK Mohun Bagan is spending money, but that doesn't mean that other franchisees in ISL have not spent money. Historically, FC Goa, Bangalore FC, when came in I-League, they also stormed I-League with with a bigger budget. They started getting all the foreigners in I-League. Then same in ISL, same with Kerala Blasters. When they spend big. Of course, ATK Mohun Bagan now got merged. ATK used to spend, but now they have Mohun Bagan brand behind them. They are pumping more money, but we can't say that FC Goa hasn't spent money in their historical 6-7 years in ISL. Same with Kerala Blasters, same with Bangalore FC, and same with other Delhi Dynamos, for example, which got folded and then became Odisha FC, Pune City, So every franchisee, whenever they can, they spend the money. And I can say that everybody have question mark on the salary cap in various season. I can go and see the transfer window for each franchisee throughout the last 6 years and can tell you that they question mark on their salary cap during those season. So yes, they are spending money, but then other clubs have done same. So we can't say that like you in say Bundesliga just buy and having everything. It's not that other club is not spending. Other club is also spending money. So I think they have been smart that they got these young Indian players and they made the core according to those Indian players, Roy Krishna, David Williams, and then they fit those remaining position from their foreigners. So I think it's a smart management from them, especially. Of course, they're spending money. I'm not saying it is done without spending money, but I think they have done well those to get somebody like Aminder Singh, Liston Classo, Subhashish Bose on those long-term 5-year deals, and which means that they have secured their future on those positions. They don't need any goalkeeper in next 5 years. They don't need that left-footed centre back or a left back for next 3-4 years. They might need a left back, but Subhashish Bose can do. Now they got Ashutosh Mehta. So of course, Pranay Haldar has left also ATK Mohun Bagan. He will join Jamshedpur FC on a loan. I think Prabir Das is also. There are lots of talks of him talking to other ISL clubs. There is some other talks with regarding Prabir Das. I'm still waiting for confirmation, but I think he might be looking for a new venture now. So let's see where he goes. So I think if that's how they're going to, they got Ashutosh Mehta, so then they can release or whatever, sell Prabir Das if they want. So that's ATK Mohun Bagan. Regarding other signing, I think Northeast United, it's very, very active in transfer window now. They have got Saina Singh. They have been talking to lots of Indian players. So I think now Khalid Jamil is getting his target in. And these are the Khalid Jamil signing. The way they are building their squad. It's everything. If it can say that Mumbai FC 2.0. The kind of player Khalid likes. He like fighters. He like players who will give full energy throughout the 90 minutes. So these are typically Khalid Jamil signings. So let's see what Northeast United does. Their foreigners situation is very similar. They've offered contract extension to these foreigners, but those foreigners haven't agreed those contract extension as of now. So yeah, they've like Kamal Niog asked me that Brown they were talking to extend his contract, but that is not done officially as of now. Football Odisha asked how Odisha FC signing looks, how you rate. What about Odisha FC striker? I think Odisha FC, I've said this in I think episode number 30. I think that the core of their squad looks Spanish, and it has worked in past, in Indian Super League. So I think they have Spanish coach. They got a Spanish assistant coach also. So I think what they're trying to do is a super hit formula in ISL. Get these good Spanish players who have played in the lower division in Spain, and they will of course do well. And then they mix it up with the foreigners from India. Who have played in Indian football before, somebody like Javi Hernandez, somebody like Victor Mongil. So these players have played before in India, So I think they know that this thing has worked in past for ISL clubs, and they want to repeat something on the same. Somebody like FC Goa, they have all Spanish players, and that's how they want to do it. And I think Bangalore FC have gone with a different way. Chennai FC this season especially. Chennai FC has gone different way. We have seen ATK Mohun Bagan going in a different way. They got Roy Krishna from Fiji, David Williams from Australia. David Williams from Australia. Then you have Finland midfielder Hugo Mo France. So it's not that this is the only way to an ISL title, but I think this is a safe bet, to get into the playoff. This can be the way. Get a Spanish coach, get these Spanish foreigners. So I think let's see how they do well on the pitch. CV wise, they look good, if you ask me. And I think with Bangalore FC performance in the AFC Cup, I think you can't be sure that Bangalore FC will be the team in the top 4 now. I think ATK Mohun Bagan, Mumbai City FC, FC Goa will be there. Now that 4th spot is really, really open for all these teams, for Bengaluru, for Odisha, for Kerala Blaster, for Chennai FC, for Northeast United, for Hyderabad FC. I think that one spot is really open now. And I think you never know, FC Goa has gone similarly with the same squad. They've just got new striker and new Asian player. So I think maybe we will finally see that gap between top 2 and maybe Rich 2 and the other 8 now this season. Mumbai City will make their squad. ATK Mohun Bagan have done already. So I think the gap is building between the, you can say, Rich 2 and the other 8. I'm not saying other 8 are not rich, but I think because of the planning and everything, now they're building that small gap between them and the other teams. So I think it's going to be interesting to see this season. I'm looking forward to. I think this season we will see a more open fight for top 4 than any other season, because FC Goa was always there, Mumbai City was always there in recent year, then ATK Mohun was always there, the Bangalore used to be there in those top 4. Now I think this season I can feel that Mumbai City, ATK Mohun Bagan building that gap. Then there is 2 more spot are opening, so anybody can take those two spot. And I think the way every ISL team is building their squad, for example Hyderabad, for example Odisha FC, even Khalid Jamil with Northeast United, and Khalid knows how to get result, by the way. I think the kind of experience he has in Indian football, I'm looking forward to watching Northeast United, how he will play. Will FC Goa sign a domestic centre back, or they will play a two foreigners at back? I think they have already a Ibang with them as a centre back. He is highly rated at FC Goa setup. I'm surprised that he has not got chance. Maybe this is the season where he will get a chance. And of course, the way they have gone ahead with the signing, they are likely to go with the two centre back, in form of Ivan and Dylan Fox if they sign. And then Ivan can be that third centre back they're looking for the from bench or from rotation purpose. Now moving to Kerala Blaster, the another new update for Kerala Blaster. I've told everybody that 20th of August I will have some update on the investment side. So there is some talks going on. Let me reveal that first. And what I'm told, that there is a big businessman, a local businessman, who had our talks. I don't know at what stage these talks are, but I'm told that Keralite, who's local, not businessman from outside India or outside Kerala. There's some local big Kerala businessman, I am told, who is interested. I'm not sure at what stage these talks are, but we know that Kerala is looking for partners and investors from last 2-3 seasons. There were various talks happening here and there, but there is some development. Of course, I can't reveal the name, and I can't reveal at this stage right now that at what stage these talks are. But I promised everybody that I bring update on this, and this is the update I have. I can't give more on that at this stage. The reason behind is that I don't want to get into a situation that negotiation get hammered because of the information we bring here. So just for Kerala Blaster fans, they were asking again and again. They have asked me on lots of personal messages. I thought I will keep that update for here, and as I promised to them that on the 20th of the August I will have something related to that. So this is what I told, and I have heard this from, I'm told by multiple sources, a similar thing. Because there was a rumor from Qatari sports firm coming up, but I told those were just rumors. There is some interest from these from one of the big Kerala businessmen, and at this stage I can't take name, but hopefully I think if they get somebody who's local, I think that will also help. And maybe it's not somebody taking 100% of the club. Maybe it's kind of a partner or strategic investment, not the buying the whole club, like Mumbai City Group took 67%, like FC Basel took 27% at Chennai City. So it can be on the similar line, but again, these are the details which we need to wait for. So hopefully once we come close to the signing agreement or term sheet and these kind of stuff, then we can reveal more details, what kind of engagement these two parties will help. So that's on Kerala Blaster investment side. Other than that, SAF Championship, I think fixtures have come up. India, it's a league and robin round now. I will just tell the fixtures to everyone if everybody have missed that, because it was all across our website and our social media handle. So India is playing Bangladesh on 3rd of October. Then India is playing Sri Lanka on 6th of October, Nepal on 8th of October, and Maldives on 11th of October. So we are playing 4 games, and I think then there will be maybe a final or a direct semi-final. I'm not sure what is the structure of that. I have to check. But these are the games we are playing. And before that, of course, we're playing India versus Nepal. And I was surprised to read Mr. Kushalda's statement that, we are playing 6 international games and, we are trying our best. Playing SAF Nation is not trying our best. Ideally, we should be sending our under-23 team SAF Championship to prepare for the under-23 qualifiers. That's ideal situation if our senior team is active in real international friendly. And I'm surprised the reason for these friendlies, they are saying we got offer from Malaysia, Libya and everything. But if you see our neighbor, which is Bangladesh football team, they somehow able to arrange friendlies against Palestine, Kyrgyzstan, and even they're playing another again unofficial friendly against Kyrgyzstan under 23 team. So they're going for a camp in Middle East, and then they're playing these games. India could have done something same, but for India there is COVID situation, there is visa issues, there is quarantine issue, because the same situation is not there. Say for women's football, women's league, we have a COVID situation. For ISL, I League qualifiers, we doesn't have a COVID situation. So I think similar, and I'm not happy with this. And I've read somewhere that AFF saying that we are arranging 7 international friendlies. For these are not friendlies arranged. SAF is supposed to happen. It's not that we are arranging SAF championship, and our under 23 team should be playing in SAF championship, not our senior team. They should be playing these games to prepare for the AFC under 23 qualifiers, and senior team could have played international friendlies whenever the FIFA window is. So playing against Nepal, I'm happy we are playing games, because our national team should be active. But again, if I tell somebody who's a European football fan to tell them watch Indian football team, and then they will ask who we are playing, then I have to tell Nepal, Bangladesh, Maldives, and their attitude is like, अबे यार इनके साथ तो तुम हरा ही दोगे, क्यों खेल रहे हो? So I think that doesn't help the popularity of the game also. We are playing Nepal in the SAF championship. Why we playing friendly against them? The reason, the excuses we got from all the statement and everything is COVID. But surprisingly, Bangladesh have maintained those COVID protocols, and they are playing good friendlies. At least they're playing non-SAF nation, I think, which is good build-up for them coming to SAF and coming into AFC Under 23 championship. So I think of course we are playing games, but these are not the games fans will look forward to, because they know that Nepal, Bangladesh, Maldives are not going to compete with India for the World Cup qualifier space or for the AFC Asian Cup space. It's the other nation, and I think this is not the way we should have managed these. I think we should have done better. So I think that's on national team preparation. I think I'm not happy. I think we are under 23 team will only get activate after the SAF championship ends. So yeah, so let's see going ahead what happened. Can you say about status of Falguni Singh? Any teams around him presently? I think what ATK Mohun has done is just for AFC Cup, they've announced the squad. I think when group stage ends, they will come back and they will decide on his future, that what, if they want to release him, they want to send him on loan. But if you see, historically, we've seen Komal Thatal, Dheeraj, Boris sitting on bench with them. So I think, and not playing. So I think that can be the season for him. When is the Praful Patel rule is ending? I think it should be end of this year for sure. Election are pending, but don't hope much from those elections, because I think we know that who will become the president of AFF once he leave, because it's not and because setup will not change. Irrespective who is the president does not decide that when India need to play friendly, when India need to do the camp. It comes under the department at AFF who are in charge of these, and I think president it's just sitting on top, just managing stuff, because it's a department who at the AFF, there is department for national team, there is department for leagues, there is department for media, every department is there at AFF. So I think it's to them, that how they want to see, and because the reason given that we are not playing these games because COVID situation is there, but then we have seen other nation are arranging games. Don't go far. We have seen Bangladesh example, they are arranging this game, because Malaysia, they said this from AFF, officially quotes which they have given to various media houses. They're saying Libya was interesting, Malaysia was interested. India should have able to get those, I'm sure when somebody like, Aditi Ashok, there was another girl in golf who got qualified the last moment for Tokyo Olympic. I remember the announcement came around 30th of July, and she has an event on 4th of August. Then Indian government and everybody, they able to arrange her visa and everything, and she went to Tokyo, I think Indian national team should be given priority if AFF can. So, what about Gallego? Is he signing extension with, or it's still pending? I think I read messages that it is done. I have not heard anything from on Gallego side as of now. Last update I have with Gallego was, that he is offered the extension just like Brown and everybody else, but he has not signed that extension. And another thing, as many people are watching, Indian basketball team is in action tonight. They're playing Asia Cup qualifiers. They are basketball Asia Cup qualifiers, and I think it is live on YouTube again, so you guys can watch that. Support Indian basketball team. So that's at 8:45. If you not every live streaming link you will find on our website, which is khenla.com, regarding every event. So don't worry about it. So you can check our social media handle, check our website. You'll get everything there. Can we get 2 Champions League slots if ATK Mohun does go to an AFC? Hunter Beast. The situation with AFC ranking is that it's an average point last 3 years. So it's not that whatever they do, 100% point will calculate for this year ranking. Some percentage of it will get calculated. So I think it's not fair to say at this stage that will we get if they do well, if they won the AFC Cup. One thing is for sure, if they won the AFC Cup, India will definitely, ATK Mohun will get the playoff spot to the Champions League. So that's definitely confirmed, and that means if they go into playoff, if they win the playoff, extra club will come into the AFC Cup from India. So that's on AFC Cup and the confusion. We need 2 foreign coaches, one for senior team, one for under 23. Alvin Fernandez, I agree. I think under 23 should be taken as an independently, because Europe, for example, England doesn't have Gareth Southgate taking care of the under 21 team or under 23 team or the senior team. They have separate coaches and they play separate friendly, irrespective what senior team is doing. Under 21 team will be involved whenever the possibility can. I think if we're trying to become best in Asia at least, or qualify for World Cup, we should have active under 23 or / under 21 team coach who is active throughout the year, not just once in 3 or 4 years when the qualifiers come. Sir, what is the status about other foreign players for Kerala? I think at this stage, Kerala window this season, it's a bit complicated. I think fans are aware about it. Kerala has set, that they are not going to overpay any of their foreigners. They have set the budget, they have set the targets, and that's why it's taking time for them to get their best targets in. So lots of negotiation are involved. So at this stage, once we hear anything, you will get on our website. Why some Indian player better in ISL clubs, not showing better performance in national team? Shiva. I think I have not read full name, but Shiva something. Shiva, the reason behind ISL, they are surrounded with 6 foreigners, and now 5. This I think 4 this year, 5 this year. So you have to see they're playing with 5 foreigners. So every pass Indian is making is to the foreigner. So even if they make a bad pass or a pass with a high power, foreigner coming from good country, they are having a good youth development program, so their technique is better than the normal average Indian players. So even it's a bad pass, a foreigner will make sure that using his technique, he can make sure he can control that pass. So sometimes these flaws doesn't get exposed in a league football because you're involved with the you are involved with the with lots of foreigners. Once you get into the Indian national team, so another thing is you're training with your ISL franchisee throughout the year. When you come to the national team, you usually train for a week and then play games. And also the understanding which is not there because there are players from different clubs also playing. And the technique, again, as I told, you are playing with 11 Indian players. Not everybody will have a good technique. Parnoy Haldar is a good tackler, but he is not maybe a good passer as compared to Brandon Fernandez. So Brandon will receive, or Brandon or Sahel can receive those overhit passes very well. But somebody like, say, Parnoy or these players with the older generation, they can't receive because their technique is not strong. Their strong point is something else. So I think these things work. So lots of factors involved. You can say, a player is doing well at the club or not doing the national team. FSGL is going to leave ISL. Why? Because they want to enter in television industry? I don't think so, Kumar Reddy. The reason Reliance Viacom 18 is taking these league rights is for Jio. It's a massive Jio TV or Jio Sports. They want to make it massive, and that's why. And also, if you see these properties, Syria, La Liga are not in demand in India. Last season La Liga was on Facebook. They even not bid it for this year. This cycle, Sony was not interested in La Liga. Sony left, allowed Syria to go away from them. They have got Bundesliga now. So you have to see, these are not properties in demand, but what Viacom 18 is doing, they're getting these sporting properties together for the Geo users, so that they can, sell they can use that as selling point to the, when they're selling their sims, they can tell that they're 24/7 sporting action coming up on the Geo TV. So these are the factors, and I think they might have sports channel coming soon, the way they're going in the market. Will a new squad is announced for AFC Cup knockout? Yes, I think there is provision for change, or not change complete squad, but there can be some inclusion by the clubs for the knockout stage. The window gets open. So because usually how the AFC calendar is, I have to check for this year, but usually AFC calendar is these group stage games happen during Jan to May window. Then there is a transfer window, and then there is knockout games. I'm not sure for this year have they kept the window, but likely I think because of the injuries and all, they might have kept the window to replace those players. Is there any chance for Anwar Ali Jr. to come in ISL? I think there are some talks going on. I think let's see if he plays in Durand Cup and if he plays in I-League 2nd Division. I think that will open a window for him for sure in ISL. Any update? Mumbai City linked to new Indian players? I think their domestic signing are done. Mumbai, if you ask me, maybe one more player is left, but I think most of the players are left. Will the fans be allowed for AFC Asian Women's Cup held in Mumbai? I think it's next year. I think likely the way COVID is going, hopefully finger crossed, I think we might see fans coming back to Indian Stadium very soon. Is there any chance for Anwar Ali Jr.? I have discussed about this, Pratik Bhai. Where we can watch today's PSG match live. I think as of now French League rights haven't got sold. I think maybe Viacom 18 will get it, or maybe I think Sony might try to get it now, because with Messi going there, it's a huge chances. Messi, Mbappe, if he doesn't leave to Real Madrid, Neymar, the big stars playing, for one team, I know, but I think people will be interested to watch Messi at least. Any Malaysian coming to ISL? I think there's CVs of some Malaysian, some Thai players offered to ISL club. I'm not sure is any deal is closed at this stage or not. I haven't checked on that. Sassio Gabriel replacement for Hugo in Mumbai City FC. My thoughts. Heard a bit because Brazilian media also reported. So I think can be good signing, but haven't seen a videos highlight reel dekha hai, but haven't seen the full game. So before watching full games, I can't say much because it's coming from Brazilian league. So not easy to judge. Of course, playing at that level is going to of course help, because we have seen somebody like Dos Santos, other Brazilian player coming from their state leagues doing well in ISL, but ISL have also grown in last 3-4 years. Durand Cup teams and structure announcement. As of now, Durand Cup hasn't sent any official confirmation at this stage, but I have discussed about it. 16 team. It's a 16 team tournament. 4 at each group, 2 goes to the knockout round, and likely team are Bangalore FC, Indian Navy, Kerala Blasters, Hyderabad FC, Sudeva Delhi FC, Mohammedan Sporting Club, FC Bangalore United, Gokulam Kerala, FC Goa, Jamshedpur, Army Red, Delhi FC, Indian Air Force, Army Green, Assam Rifles, and Central Reserve Police Force Club. So these are the likely team. At of now, I think they're also waiting for East Bengal and ATK Mohun Bagan before finalizing those team and doing the announcement. Has Odisha FC completed or their foreign signing? I think it's nearby, likely, but they haven't. You can't say it's done on dotted line, but I think it will be done in next 7 to 10 days. I think next week you can see Odisha FC announcing their most of the players which are remaining and finalizing their squad for the upcoming ISL season. Do kit partners pay the club for becoming the kit partners, or is it the other way? Complicated. Elvin Fernandez. It's the story. Sometimes clubs do pay, and sometimes the deal is done in a way that club pays for whatever they need, and then whatever if kit partner, for example, in this you can take LC Sports, any kit partner, able to sell the amount of jerseys and everything merchandise to equal to the amount the club paid, they usually refund the money to the clubs. So this is the way the deals get structured. So there can be different way. There can be one way that, if there is no money involved, kit partners keeps every money from merchandise sale. If there is money involved, then there can be a way that both the parties divide the revenue between them. So there is a different way these deals get structures. Yes, sometimes ISL club do pay the kit partners to get the kits. As of now, I'm not sure any kit partner has paid money upfront to get the deals. Any update on Chennai FC? I think Chennai FC, the Indian players, they have done lots of stuff which is already announced, which have already in media. Why Johnny was not included in AFC Cup? I think they needed a centre back. Khel has experience to play the centre back, and then of course Johnny. There was reports coming from Kolkata that was not feeling what was not feeling well because of the weather, high humidity. Because he's coming from Europe, it's not easy. So they gave him a window to train more physically and get fitter for ISL season. And also Khel can play the centre back. Once Sandesh left, I think the Khel their status was clear that they will register Khel only. Why hasn't FC Goa announced yet as he training with the club? Anish Rane talking about who? Uh, when will other ISL preseason start? I think FC Goa started. Kerala Blaster has started. ATK Munwan Bangalore we know already started. Hyderabad FC is on the way. It will happen very soon. Chennai I have told about पहले भी September में window है उनके पास. Mumbai, I think they will start. They know that they have their plan. I think they will start accordingly when they want. There's another update which I want. Mohammad Neville has joined FC Goa, and I've heard all the good things about him. So looking forward to watch him in ISL. I think the guy looks very confident in training. I'm told has a very good technique. So I think that can be a trump card for for FC Goa coming into the next season. Considering the way he can be that midfielder they're looking for, and I think heard all the good stuff about him till now. So looking forward to see what he does. And I think a player from Kerala playing for FC Goa. I mean, sometimes I feel that maybe I have still, because Kerala born player has not historically done that well for Kerala Blaster, maybe because of the fan pressure, family and everything, emotions. So hopefully Mohammad Neville in futures goes and plays for Kerala Blasters and does well, because heard very good things about him. So looking forward to see him in the ISL this season. Any update on African midfielder? I think Kerala Blaster situation is still not clear. Why hasn't FC Goa announced Neorim yet? He is training with the squad. I think clubs have different plans for the announcement. They want to do lots of engagement around the announcement. For example, Jamshedpur FC, they have their set idea of how they want to do. Some clubs do instant announcement. For example, so that's different. The social media strategy. That's why maybe the reason. I am not sure there is any other reason not announcing Nogdamba Nori signing by FC Goa at this stage. When is Star Sports media rights end with ISL 2024 10-year deal, I think. So that's end in 2024. When we'll see proper football stadium and training centers. I think clubs are working on a training pitches for sure. They have built the training infrastructure, or you can say government have also worked because of the Under 17 World Cup, now next year Women's Asia Cup, then World Cup Women's. So they will keep on building. Training facilities are there, good facilities. Stadium at this stage, it's not easy to say with the COVID environment that any club will go and invest millions of dollars getting the stadium land and building stadium. So let's wait for the stadium. I think we will take at least 5 years from now to think about building stadiums. We all know these things about like active 23-21 team with coach, many friendlies, but why they are not doing? What's the problem? I think maybe they're happy with the minimum effort, tick marks, and that's it. That's what I think, because there is no way Indian Women's League should not be happening when all other domestic men's tournament are happening. So I think what reason is there? Before they said there's a COVID, then they said when they announced the coach, it's a coach opinion that the national team women's players should not play in the Women's League before the Asia Cup. But what about other girls? Because of this, many girls might have left football, because there is no football going on. So it's the national domestic league is not just for the uh, national team players. It's for other players also who are professional. What about them? So I think maybe they're happy with the minimum. They don't want to do the go the overboard to do stuff. Can we win the AFC Cup this year? I think ATK Mohun can win, but will they? We need to see. It's difficult. It's not that easy because Asia, when you face those West Asian clubs, that's become very complicated. We all know Bangalore FC went to the AFC Cup final, but you have to remember they went through route of when there was a East or West final, and Bangalore FC played. I think played first West Asian team in the semi-final, and then again they played the East Asian team in the final. So I think they can win, but of course they are going through West Asian route. Not many East Asian club will remain in the AFC Cup because of the structure that we have done it. So I think they can do it. Only worry is the centre back position. But if ATK Mohun Bagan can outscore other team, I think sometime you don't need to defend. Because they have a good defender. You can't say they don't have, but they will look for that Indian centre back. What is status of Bangalore football stadium renovation work? Nothing happened. It's still same. I think there was tenders. Then there was one company taking the rights. Then there was some issue. Then the other company took the rights. I think it's still same. Do you know the real reason behind Jingle left Kerala Blaster? I think it will be controversial to say stuff, but I think you can say it's a mutual from both sides. They thought that's the right time to move on. Of course, maybe, and this is my thinking, my opinion. I'm not told by anyone. Maybe Sandesh thought, he needs to win trophies in his career. Maybe he needs, and maybe these factors worked, because at that stage, Kerala Blaster was not looking favorite for trophy. Sandesh ATK Mohun was looking for the trophy, and ultimately he won the ISL with ATK Mohun Bagan. I think that target got achieved. Then he thought I can go out. He might have went to Europe if COVID was not there. There were talks going on that time also, but then his agent has done the clever work, put the clause in the contract that he can leave for free once he get the offer from Europe. So I think that was a smart work by his agent and Sandesh. So I think you can say that it's the right time to move on for both the parties. Any update on East Bengal? I think East Bengal is a bit complicated. I'm not sure what's going on in East Bengal. Very seriously, One day we heard that they are set to sign, then they find more issues on that contract. I think East Bengal fans should find out who are the officials who agreed on the term sheet. The term sheet which was offered by Sri Cement last year, and ask them why you agreed for it. If they had so many issues, if they have so many issues for the with the contract. And sorry, I just got confused. Mumbai City FC won the ISL, not ATK Mohun Bagan. But at that stage, what I'm trying to say is Kerala Blasters and ATK Mohun Bagan were looking favorite to win trophy. So I think that can be one reason. And he was supposed to go outside India, but COVID happened. I think that he might show a stopgap. ATK Mohun Bagan looks good option. They pay you good money. They have a chance to win a trophy. So I think it's maybe natural for both parties to part ways. Can you share more about the Hanan deal? Like how many year contract and his salary at Northeast United? He joined as Apuya replacement as a second CV. I think I touch upon Hanan Santana. I of course didn't share the name last week, but I touch upon that. Northeast was speaking to him, and you can say that maybe they are now hoping that you get Kamara, you get Santana, two centre back. You doesn't need an Indian centre back to play on that important position. If you can get a midfield solid, a good striker, maybe a one centre back, and then Santana can play the centre back also if they need. I think that signing the money from Puya deal may be going there because they got a solid Indian experience foreigner who have played and plays on the two position, centre back, defensive midfield. I think it's helped them. So I think he might be one of the highest paid player at Northeast United. But I think let's hope that deal get completed very soon. Will FC Goa extend Edu Video contract as it's expiring next year? I think we have to wait for that. Chennai FC foreign striker as of now not confirmed. We're still waiting on Chennai FC foreign striker. I've seen couple of comments from Chennai FC fan now. I think their striker will be. I heard last week, on not last week, the Wednesday of this week, that as it is just the two position are remaining. The way they are going, I think they will have those two position get filled before the end of August, and today is 20th of August, so we still have 10 days remaining. Where is Thoising going? I think it's a work in progress. I was told he's leaving Chennai FC, that's for sure. I think, or he doesn't get the extension. So that's one thing. So I think where he's going as of now, the talks are going on, I was told just before coming to the show. So I think let's see where he goes. Can you invite Ravi Pushkars on YouTube podcast? We are planning to bring somebody from FC Goa. We have requested already somebody from the management, maybe Akshay, maybe Ravi, whoever comes agrees to come and talk to us. Can Northeast United make a tabletop team? I think with Khalid, expectation can be anything. I think Khalid, I have seen him since his Mumbai FC days, and I think his team always overperform. If their expectation is, say, surviving the relegation in I League, his team goes and do the mid-table finish. I think that with Khalid, anything can be possible for Northeast United in upcoming season. Say something about Jamshedpur FC. I think Jamshedpur FC have done smartly. What they have done, they have built their squad. Getting Komal, getting Boris, getting these centre back from Aizawl. They have done well, considering, if you ask me, especially the weakness they have covered, because they didn't have any they didn't have any depth in the team. So they made sure that they get these Indian players. They retain Vasquez. They get Owen. I think only question mark is still on Alex Lima. Have they retained him or not? They've got Jordan Murray as a secondary striker, which is a good signing. So they have improved their team from last season. They've retained their players. They've retained their coach, and they're continuing. So I think if you see Odisha, Bengaluru, Kerala, Chennai, 4 teams, or East Bengal, of course, 5 teams, are going with a new setup, new coaching staff, new foreigners. Then there is Jamshedpur, then there is ATK Mohun Bagan, Mumbai City, Hyderabad FC, and FC Goa. These 5 teams going with the similar structure of the last season. I think they will have an advantage if they do the good pre-season. I think that will help them going into the next season. What about Champions League 2023? I think don't go over those rumors that India's slots will be taken away. I think India will keep their slot in the Champions League. You don't worry about it. I think AFC have seen the success of India getting into the Champions League group stage. I think, of course, the ranking is important, but let's see what ATK Mohun Bagan does, and then what the ranking is before deciding that India will be not there in the group stage. What about under 23 Indian team? Will get only activated after the SAF Championship ends, according to AFF calendar, which they have sent it to across media. Why Tanvi is not playing for the India? I think her passport, she left Indian passport. I think that's what I understand. What about you think Khalid got an Indian team? I think people will not like Khalid Jamil as an Indian team coach. He's a different kind of he's not the coach who will play you the good football. He will get you the results. And if Khalid can get you result against big teams, Qatar and Australia, Japan, Saudi Arabia, if you give him tools to get him. So let's see. I think, but I still is early for Khalid Jamil for the national team coach. We need a good foreign coach to be our national team coach. I think maybe in 5 to 6, 10 years we can get the Indian coach leading our national team coach. Hakuan loan to Northeast United possible. Haven't heard anything. Shane Bhai, if you heard, you will hear it very soon. Northeast United domestic player Sanaz Singh, I think they got couple of more signing, which we did some articles, other media houses did some article. So they are getting their Indian players also in, so don't worry about it. I think so they will have good. I think Khalid knows what squad he wants to build. That's one thing about Khalid Jamil, that he knows what kind of players he need and what kind of signing he needs. So that's one thing. So North United fans don't need to worry about what they're looking for. I think they will get a good Indian players coming. We already know they got a good. I think the kind of, for example, Apuya leaving, Machado leaving, Ashutosh Mehta leaving. So there is lots of players already leaving them. So they need to bring depth in the squad for sure. And I think there will be more reports coming today or tomorrow from Northeast that they have signed extension with a couple of players. I think the articles maybe out Khel now very soon. I'm not sure. So I think the Indian players, the way Khalid is go, he will sign players he will need. So we have over 150 people watching, and of course 150 likes are already there. But if you have not liked the video, you can hit that like button to get it around 200 to 300 likes. All the links of Khel Now is in the description tab. You can follow different handles of Khel Now for different sports. And as I told, there's a basketball game tonight. Do watch that basketball game. Basketball game is fun, very fast, just like football. So I think India's playing. India needs support. So that's one thing. You can follow me. Follow me on the Twitter. I keep on posting something on Twitter regarding Indian football, Indian sports, some different stuff. Not the transfer stories there. And you can follow Khenla's all the social media handles, and you can keep visiting our website for the latest news of Indian football and Indian sports. Can you reveal which other foreign club were interested in Jingan? I think there was some interest from Scotland, there's some interest from Bundesliga too. This is from last year, of course. I think this Croatia deal worked for him because Igor Stimac was there. He can give him vouch for him. So that's one thing. Any update on Chennai FC I've already given. You can go back and watch it again. Top 10 paid highest coaches in ISL. I think Habas, Lobera will be on the top side. Then other foreigners, other coaches will be followed. Can we accept Oscar to in ISL next 2 years? I think it's ISL clubs are becoming smart now. They are not going to sign these big players if they are not in best shape of football. So let's see. Can Yellow coach in ISL? Yellow hasn't got that success in I League also at this stage. So I think we have to wait. If anybody can coach ISL right now, is Khalid Jamil, Thongbai Singto, because they have done well in I League, by the way. That's what I'm saying. Derek Pereira, Sanjay Sen, and these are professional pro license Indian coaches. They are not just AFCA license, they are pro license coaches. So that's why these are top Indian coaches. Bibiano may be going ahead. He has done well with the India under 16 team. So Yanlo, I'm not sure he's professional license, pro license. I think he's A license at this stage. If they don't take any initiative to improve Indian football, just lots of politics. Look at USA, just to 4-5 years US players playing in Bundesliga, Premier League, and we must learn. I totally agree. We should not be satisfied with the minimum effort. I think Indian football need maximum effort. There are all the tools, all the support from government. Government give good support. There's a good sponsors they have on board. I think they should be doing more at this stage, and they should be not happy with the minimum effort. They should try to maximize the effort. And just like example, we playing Nepal in a friendly. That's a minimum effort. Arranging friendly against Nepal doesn't need any skill. Nepal is always ready to play against India. So that's my opinion. I think they should be doing more. Did Killa Valasta approach Ashik and Changte? I don't think so. I think both the players are under contract, so they are not available. Any truth about Apuya to Japan rumor? It was rumor. As simple as that, straight away I'll say it was rumor. Which team can challenge ATK more in AFC Cup? There is a couple of team in AFC Cup. Uzbekistan team is also there who are playing in AFC Cup. Let me just go through what are the teams remaining in AFC Cup after the cancellation of Asian June. Of course, there is club. From West Asian, there is clubs from Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Bahrain, Oman. Oman will be interesting. Let me see who are the clubs. It's green, right? So okay, Oman is not playing in AFC Cup. Jordan is there. Lebanon is there. Kuwaiti clubs, they are always have a bigger budget than the Indian clubs. Then Central Asia, Uzbekistan, their clubs are good, and I think they will be the main competitor for ATK Mohun Bagan. So the club from Uzbekistan is, let me see. I think Nasaf, the club who's a runner-up from Uzbekistan, is playing in Super League run-up is playing from their side. I think that's their main competitor, I will say. Alongside the clubs from there's a club withdrawn also, so we are not sure how many teams are there. I think also the clubs from Jordan will have good budget, and Al Kuwait is playing. Is they playing or not? Yeah, Al Kuwait is also in group stage. They have a good team. They have always done well in Asia, if I remember correctly, and they are historical team. So let's see. I think because Al Kuwait has been playing AFC Cup, Champions League qualifiers for last 3-4 years now. And they went to the semi-final in 2015. Then they went to the yeah, last 2 years they have not went more than the quarterfinal, but this year they have done well in well in the AFC Cup till now, and they have a good squad. They have got some foreigners, a Nigerian player like Mikhail Joni. Is it is it this guy played for Chelsea? Yes, so for the kind of competition ATK Mohun will face, this club from Kuwait has former Chelsea and Nigeria international Mikhail Obi. John Obi, who played for Chelsea. I think he has more than 250 caps for Chelsea. He had played for Nigeria 91 times, so that's their star foreigner. So it's not going to be easy, but if they do it, I think Kuwait and club from Uzbekistan will be the main competitor for sure. They have somebody like Mehdi, Moroccan player. They have Mehdi Brahma. I think he has also done well. He has represented in Qatar. He has played, so they have good foreigners again. But I think overall quality of Indian players, the ATK Mohun Bagan has, and the Kuwaiti players, that will be the main competition. Foreign wise, ATK Mohun Bagan also have a decent good foreigners, so I think it will be interesting that how they do it. Uzbekistan club, it's not because of foreigner they are good. They are good because of their domestic player, and I think they have two Serbian players, Marko Stanojevic, I think. So they have just two Serbian players. So I think these two clubs are the kind, you can say, the main competitor for ATK Mohun Bagan, if you ask me. And then of course there are other teams, but these two clubs have those foreigners and the history to do well. Can Indian player play in Bundesliga to improve their game quality? Can Indian player play? I'm not sure. Will they play? That looks unlikely at this stage. Hopefully Sandesh Jingan going out will help, but we thought similar when Gurpreet went. Doesn't happen after that. So hopefully let's see how once COVID is over, how frequently Indian players go outside to Europe to train or to play or to give trials. Can Jingan often comes to national team or for major competition only, or could you give some info on HNB, Savnik and a top team, youngsters focused, struggling or financially? Rahul, so Jingan can come for FIFA friendlies. He can't come for SAP championship. He can't come for any camp. He can only come for the SAP FIFA friendly dates and AFC Asian Cup and FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and of course FIFA World Cup he will play. So he can come for all those FIFA recognized tournament. Can anybody who's interested in pursuing career in football apply for an AFF e-license? I think yes. If you have a basic experience of playing football, you can apply for AFC D or E license, whatever it is going on right now. Shubhapol news is training in Germany. Other than that, no news at this stage. Kuwait has Ryan McGowan, current Australian international. That's something that Kuwaiti club, and we know that Kuwait has been doing well in AFC Cup all these years, Kuwaiti club. So I think that is the main competitor alongside Uzbekistan club for ATK Mohun Bagan. So I think we have 186 likes. Just hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell also, because lots of videos are coming from our side. And hopefully I will have more information going into the next week. We will have, I think, all teams nearly completing the foreign signing, and then finalizing their squad. We will have more preseason dates for the remaining clubs who have not started their training. So if you guys have not liked this video, do like, and then you can follow all the social media handles which are given on the description tab. coming up. Indian basketball team playing tonight. Do watch them. Do support them. If you don't know, Kerala Blasters lost their preseason game against Kerala United, which was Kerala United won 1-0. So that's a preseason game happened today. Other than that, I think Kolkata Football League game was there, which United Sports Club lost against Bhawanipur by 2-1. Tomorrow we have two big AFC Cup games. Do watch those. Will be live on Star Sports. ATK Mohun Bagan playing Mazia, Maldives clubs, and Bangalore FC playing Bashundhara Kings, who are the main competitor for ATK Mohun Bagan going into the knockout stage at looking like, because ATK has won their first game, Bashundhara King has won their first game. So let's see what happened. Hopefully Bangalore win their game, ATK Mohun Bagan win their game. That means going into the last game, there are the chances that either of Indian club can go, because then ATK Mohun Bagan just need to make sure they draw against Bashundhara Kings, minimum, and then of course, and they have to hope that and if they draw, they will go through. Could you give some info of HNB Sebnik? Rahul, I've watched couple of videos, just went through the team. I think Sandesh will not be the first choice there at this stage, but let's see how does he do in the training and the friendlies if they play. And I think I will start watching more and more, getting more information. But Croatia has been launching pad for many foreigners going into the Europe. So I think let's see. Sandesh age is 28 at this stage, so I think also higher side in 20s. So that's why they've given him 1+1 deal, kind of a deal. They are also not sure, because the European clubs are not always sure, and because of COVID and everything, the trials and everything not possible before committing that long-term deal. Gurpreet deal was also historic, because that was a 3-year deal if I remember correctly, and no Indian players signed 3-year deal, going into the European club. So I think hopefully Sandesh do well, sign extension with them, and that's open the door for other Indian players. Can Indian player directly place in the present Indian football situation has to improve? AFF should take place. What changes AFF should take place in the present Indian football situation had to improve? I think get more professional players involved, professional people involved in the decision making. Have more grassroots development for sure. These changes, grassroots development, we are not that good. So I think these are the few changes they can do. Can Indian players directly go and try out Bundesliga 2, or it's not tryout, they can go for a trials. I'm not sure any Bundesliga 2 club will sign Indian player directly without seeing them closely, without giving them trial. So we have 196 likes. Can we have 200 likes? So next week, hopefully I have more updates, and I will try to get more information from HNB Sebnik. There is Sandesh Jingan and HNB Sebnik CEO interview on our channel. You can go and watch that. It's a complete press conference which they did with the Indian media. There are lots of questions which are asking about them is answered there. Their CEO has also told that how IGOT-CMAC recommended Sandesh Jingan to them. They have some doubts, questions. They confirmed from the IGOT-CMAC. So you can watch that. That is available on our channel. You can go and you can watch. So other than that, we are going to bring more videos throughout the week for you guys. Trying to bring next podcast very soon. I think figuring out who can be the next guest, who can add more quality to the podcast. So hopefully I will see you guys again next Friday, and hopefully with the good news of ATK Mohun Bagan going into the knockout round, and other clubs finishing their foreign signing, and of course the preseason dates, confirmation of Durand Cup, and these kind of stuff. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everybody for joining in. This is 32 episode. I have no people who have been here from very first episode. So looking forward to doing more and more episode. Let me know if any feedback. You can send it to my Twitter, my Instagram. My Twitter name is username is 7Negi Ashish. Instagram is 7Negi Ashish. If you want me to bring somebody else to this show, make it more a talk show, or you want to keep it like the same format that we are doing, hopefully after a couple of months we'll have more and more video coming, because we are building some facilities to do more video work. So hopefully you will get the more video content. I think Kabaddi League is also coming. We are hearing also Hockey League might start. So there are lots of sporting action coming up. Asian Games is next year. Already, if you guys don't know, there's World Under 22 Athletic Championship is going on in Africa. I'm not sure which country, but it's going on. Then there's a youth wrestling championship going on, World Cup again. And Indian table tennis player are playing Hungary Open. Then there is Indian basketball team playing couple of games. So lots of sporting action alongside football is going on, not just cricket. So I think looking forward to how Indian sports goes, because we don't have much time before 20 Paris Olympic, because this is already 2021. Next year is Asian Games, Commonwealth Games. I don't know how they're going to do two games, major game in the same window, but next year then, and then of course by the time next year ends, the Olympic preparation will be on the all-time high. Let's see how their football team goes in the Olympic qualifiers, how they do in AFC and 23 championship qualifiers. Will they are eligible for, will they qualify for Olympic qualifiers or no? That's going to be another big question. So I think looking forward to the next year of sporting action for India, not just Indian football, and talking about other sports also. So when we'll have a dates of Kelolester investment news break, can't give date. That's on my not my hand. I think until unless club confirm it or the investor confirm to us, we can't break any information at this stage. Whatever information I have able to have already given. If you have not watched, you can go and rewatch the video again and figure it out. Can reveal the nationality to foreign players and killers are talking. It's been a long time since we had some updates. I think they are talking to multiple players at the multiple similar positions. So I can't say there was African player, there was talk South American. We know who was there. I think of course they will have So we can't say at any stage until the situation get more serious. But they are about to sign, then we can give the confirmation accordingly. So guys, thank you very much. Social media handles are in description tab. You can guys can hit those, can connect to me also, can send feedback if you have. Looking forward to the next week episode, which will be 33. Thank you for watching.